Caribbean Showtime will be live every Sunday morning. Join us this Sunday for Caribbean Sunshine. Shining the light on people and issues in our community from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. on all IPTV boxes, Amazon Fire Sticks, Roku, and www.caribbeanshowtime.com.
Sairam, Assalamu Alaikum, and good morning to your sunshine, Caribbean sunshine. Well, of course, it's Father's Day, and happy Father's Day going out to all the dads that are watching. But you know, I believe that we should be celebrating with everybody, because without the kids, there'd be no dad. Without the mothers, there'd be no fathers. So, you know, I got that line from Mr. Basti Upande a long time ago in an interview, and so true indeed. Welcome, everybody. Hope your Sunday is going well. And of course, dads, this program today, we want to design it and dedicate it to you while we celebrate your day today. You know, by the way, some of the fathers would be working twice as hard, standing behind the barbecue pit or maybe over the curry pot. And I know a lot of ducks will be cooking up today, one of Dad's favorite delicacies. I want to hear from you, okay? So we're asking you, please give us a call, share your greetings, 416-848-7772, 416-848-7772. And of course, you could WhatsApp us at 416-832-7293, 416-832-7293. Well, we are here till 1 o'clock. Following that, we will be featuring our Indian movie at 1, just as we used to back in Trinidad. Welcome and happy Father's Day. Well, we're starting off today with a beautiful prayer dedicated to all fathers and, of course, to you, our beautiful viewers. Hope you enjoy. And yes, Tony is here with me, but he's just going to be on the set a little bit later, right? So right now, we go straight into this beautiful item. Good morning and welcome to your sunshine, Caribbean sunshine.
Dear God, as we are celebrating Father's Day today, we take the time to thank you, for you have been our Abba Father, a perfect example of a perfect father. We also remember the fathers we see in our everyday life. Bless them, Lord. Bless the work of their hands. You, O Lord, lead them, guide them, protect them wherever their jobs may take them. May your blessings be upon them. Help them to be a father just like you are. Give them the grace and patience to handle situations in a way that you would do. Give them the sense of joy, humility, and love that draw their families close. Give them a passionate faith, a persevering spirit, and a powerful testimony that overcomes any weaknesses or doubt. Help them to walk in the ways with your strength and be a blessing for their families and to the society. Help them to know that they are not alone in their task. Help them to understand that they can count on you in all aspects of their life. Let them know that every unselfish act of love, encouragement they have offered will never go in vain. Show them how effective their sincere prayers really are. Bless them. Let the example of their faith and love shine forth to all those around. Grant that we, their sons and daughters, may honor them always with a spirit of profound respect. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
And on set right now, we want to say good morning and welcome to Tony Maroney. Tony, how are you doing, my brother?
Another fantastic sunny day. That's why this is Caribbean Sunshine. Every time you're watching, it gets sunny outside.
It's beautiful outside, though. Nice weather. Yesterday was gorgeous. We went down to DJ Navi boat cruise, and it was a fun one. A beautiful day for a sunset cruise. It was really nice. So maybe you could get out and get some sunshine to do with Dad, right? And of course, don't let Dad cut the lawn today. You know, for Father's Day.
Father's Day.
Yeah. And dads always work hard. I think it's in their nature. Give me the barbecue, I'll handle that today. Or let me take care of the curry duck. So what we have planned, I know you've been working and visiting many places. Later coming up, we have a special segment with Tony Maroney, On the Beat with Tony Maroney.
We did an interview with Frank Caruso, a great Canadian film director and writer. The Vaughan Film Festival is, speaking of films, Vaughan Film Festival is starting tomorrow at York University, and their big awards ceremony is on Thursday night. Those tickets are all sold out, so you missed out on a great dinner. But yesterday, the Rose Festival in Welland, what a fantastic band. I saw Chicago Tribute, Brass Transit, and then they had fireworks, better fireworks than I've ever seen anywhere in Toronto, right across the river, the Welland Canal there. Just fantastic day yesterday. My friend Jacqueline drove all the way from Anacocan, which is way up in Thunder Bay. She drove down to perform and came to the show with us yesterday. And hi, Nadia, if you're watching, she came to the show. Yeah, and we had a picnic. Gerard came with. Oh, it was like 8 of us drove all the way. So, yeah, Welland has a great festival there.
And we're following and keeping up to date with some of the festivals, the film festival that is. And now we'll come back later with Frank Caruso, a filmmaker, and we are indeed trying to showcase and highlight some of the festivals that we have here in Canada, and to feature and put under the spotlight, our sunshine lights, some of these talented individuals and organizations. So hence the reason why we want to make sure we can. So if you're a filmmaker and would like to have one of your feature shorts or whatever featured on this program, on this station, please let us know. And of course, On the Beat with Tony Maroney is coming up in a little bit. But right now, we go to Guyana. And later, we have a half-hour segment dedicated to, we're calling it that super half-hour, right? We would be promoting a major event, and that's coming up July 3rd. One Guyana is presenting Marshall Montano and a host of other top artists out of Guyana. So that's coming up later in the program. But right now, we go to Guyana for our weekly update.
Good day, viewers and listeners, and welcome to the Progress Report. In this episode, we will look at the expanding value of Guyana's mangrove forest and its positive impact on the economy in the areas of food security and coastline protection. Guyana and the European Union, the EU, this past week signed an agreement worth approximately 4.6 million euros to support the conservation management of our mangrove forest, which is part of the Low Carbon Development Strategy 2030 blueprint. His Excellency Dr. Mohamed Irfan Ali expressed the importance of this agreement.
Importantly, one of our strongest partners in terms of protecting our sea defenses, our coastal line, and ensuring that a country that is below sea level remains safe from its exposure to the sea. You are one of our strongest partners in this area.
Guyana's mangrove forest and its ecosystem provide several important services that range from the protection of the country's coastal plain to supporting biodiversity habitats and the livelihood of many coastal communities. Approximately 90% of the nation's population resides within the coastal zone. As a result, it is important for Guyana to place significant emphasis on protecting and managing this valuable asset. The LCDS 2030 blueprint indicates that mangroves have an estimated worth of at least $1.6 billion annually in ecosystem services. The preservation and environmental management of Guyana's mangroves is therefore critical in providing value to our fisheries industry in terms of money, jobs, and in meeting government food security agenda. Mangroves contain species of interest such as mangrove crabs, prawns, and mullet, as well as higher-end consumer items such as mud crabs, snapper, grouper, and a variety of other seafood options. According to the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations, FAO 2012, humans caught and consume approximately 78.9 million tons of fish and other species from the world's oceans, accounting for 16.6% of the total animal protein consumption per year. Global demand for fish products has increased with per capita consumption moving from 9.9 kilograms in the 1960s to 18.8 kilograms in 2011. Fishing is an essential source of income for 38.4 million people worldwide, with 90% involved in small-scale fishing. While aquaculture is expanding to supply some of this demand, fish caught in the wild remain crucial to many local economies, including Guyana. Therefore, it is essential that Guyana's mangrove forest be preserved along its coastal zone of 430 kilometers long and 26 to 77 kilometers wide, a critical sustainable element for both small-scale and large-scale fishing. The ecosystem that mangroves provides for the fishing industry, among other ecological benefits, have an economic value in excess of $18,000 per hectare, according to the FAO. The coastal zone of Guyana lies between 0.5 to 1 meter below the high tide level of the Atlantic Ocean, making the coastal plain vulnerable to flooding, erosion, and salinization. Moreover, global sea level rise is expected to increase from 20 centimeters to 100 centimeters by the year 2100, which makes coastal protection in Guyana critical. As Guyana continues to address every aspect of its expanding economy, the President underscored the importance of the environmental management of Guyana's mangrove, actions that will enable Guyana to provide leadership at the upcoming COP28.
We have 200,000 hectares of coastal area, some of which is covered by mangrove and some of which are very suitable for the rejuvenation and expansion of mangrove. The expansion of the mangrove is a proven concept for climate mitigation, as mangroves store 5 times the carbon stock as other forest sites. So this is an important fact. The mangrove stores 5 times the carbon stock of any other forest type. Mangroves is also, because of the layout of Guyana, the mangroves is also closely integrated into the bulk of the population. So it provides some important opportunity for livelihood option, whether it's beekeeping, honey production. So all of these things can help in optimizing the value of the mangrove. And we are looking forward to providing great leadership at COP28 in the UAE, not only presenting the forests and as an important platform in the climate change equation, but outlaying our own ambitions in the LCDS, Low Carbon Development Strategy 2030, and showcasing not only Guyana's commitment, but Guyana policy architecture. Our entire policy architecture and our policy framework is geared around ensuring that we are adopting the best environmental practices and doing everything in a climate smart way in protecting the environment, advancing our natural attributes of biodiversity, but more importantly, leveraging these natural assets now for improved livelihood, creating economic opportunity, and ensuring that Guyana is not only a location to showcase the natural attributes of biodiversity, the forests and so on, but more importantly, that we are also an important destination in terms of the continuing academic work, the research, and supporting such work in the whole ecosystem surrounding the biodiversity, forests, climate change, and ensuring that we build stronger system based on facts and based on an understanding of the true nature of the environment.
Guyana preservation of its mangrove is meeting the ideals of the United Nations Sustainable Goals 8, decent work and economic growth, and Goals 12 and 13, responsible consumption and production as well as climate action. The country remains an attractive destination and is open to working with all of its partners, while providing leadership in matters of the environment and in food security. Until next time, I am Vivekanand Rajkumar.
Welcome back, and of course, we are presenting items of interest from the islands. That's from Guyana. Now, we are working on other island partners to bring you update news content. We will be going now to Trinidad and Tobago. And by the way, if you're just joining us, we want to say welcome and good morning. We are now on YouTube, Facebook, and of course, www.caribbeanshowtime.com. We are on all IPTV boxes. So those of you watching us, if you have an IPTV box, you just go to Caribbean, scroll down and find us at Caribbean Showtime HD. Some boxes have us under Jamaica/Africa. You look for Caribbean Showtime on that. Our telephone numbers, those of you who would like to call in on the studio, and this is a live program, so we will be taking your calls if you'd like to. Just call us when we put the numbers up, but later in the program we do that. Just in case, keep this number handy, 416-848-7772, 416-848-7772. Charlie and Sue out at Ontario and Dundas. Well, it's Charlie's off day today. We want to say happy Father's Day going out to you, Charlie. And I just heard from my good friend Sheikh of Sheikh Halal Farms. Well, they open on Thursdays and on Saturdays, so today is his off day. And as it should be, it's Father's Day. Sheikh Khan, on behalf of your grandchildren, your children, and your wife, and the in-laws, want to wish you a happy, happy Father's Day. Before we go to Trinidad and Tobago, I just want to let you know that the Shiva Mandir and Cultural Organization is having their Shiva and Ganga Puja, their 8th annual, and it's taking place at the Morningside Park coming up on July 23rd from 9:30 to 12 noon. Please bring prasad and flowers for offering, and the location again is at the Morningside Park number 3 at Fire Pit number 3 by the creek. For more information, please contact Pandit Likram Tiwari at 416-561-7716. That's 416-561-7716. We are proud to be media partners with Pandit and this organization. We have been doing it for quite a number of years. We now go to what's going on TNT. We will be bringing you different segments as we find them and they provide to us. What's going on TNT? Now, we have been reaching out to the United National Congress. We're still working out to get information and footage from them. So we have been playing what has been provided to us by the government of Trinidad and Tobago. It's not that we have to do something government or opposition to qualify. We are looking for information and we would be dispersing it here on this program. So those of you who are asking about stuff from the UNC, well, as a matter of fact, anywhere we get information and good footage, we'll be proud to present it on the program. Not on necessarily this one, but we have so many other programs. Remember, we are 24/7 now. And on that note, those of you who would like to produce a program here with us on Caribbean Showtime TV, please send us a quick line at info@caribbeanshowtime.com, caribbeanshowtime.com. So that's info@caribbeanshowtime.com. Well, we go now to What's Going On TNT.
On Friday, 12th May 2023, the National Commission for Self-Help Limited hosted a grant distribution ceremony at the Mount Hope Mount Lambert Community Center. The communities receiving support were El Socorro, Mission Road, Bagatelle Road, Malik, Don Miguel, Sunshine Avenue, Champlain, Aranguez, Farm Road, Mount Dore, and Mount Lambert, among others. 6 emergency repair and reconstruction assistance grants and 54 minor repair reconstruction grants at an estimated dollar value of $960,000 were distributed.
It is indeed an honor to be part of this initiative intended to bring a measure of support to the residents and people of Barataria, San Juan, and St. Joseph. Through the Commission today, we are providing assistance to 60 families at an estimated cost of $960,000. This brings the cumulative total of the Commission's support for this fiscal thus far to the people of Trinidad and Tobago to in excess of $8 million.
I received a call from them. They came, they checked me, and here we are today at the ceremony. And I would like to say thank you.
I am so happy to got this gift from Almighty God and from the government and the people of Trinidad and Tobago. I'm happy that I got the grant and I thank God. I was praying all the time to get it and I thank God it come true that I got it.
I want to thank Self-Help for the grant, which I needed very much. My roof is collapsing and I am about to see about it right now.
This grant is going to assist me in repairing my roof, and I want to thank the National Self-Help Commission.
This morning's ceremony could only be held to give out grants, not loans. Grants is free money to return you to a state of dignity in your homes and your communities. It is meant to help the vulnerable with emergency repairs to the sum of $25,000 each. I think 6 of you are receiving that. And the other minor repairs at $15,000 each. This is what Mother Trinidad and Tobago is doing for you. And I think Mother Trinidad and Tobago deserves a
This was a production of Government Communications.
We have another event to tell you about coming up at the Paul Guffey Park, Area A. Remember Yusuf Day of Hope, where Sheikh Imran and his wife put together with some volunteers Yusuf Day of Hope. Well, Yusuf is now 18, and for a couple of years they haven't been doing the Yusuf Day of Hope, but it's back, and I want to let you know about it, and it's coming up on the 16th of July. Now, 17th Annual Family Day Yusuf Day of Hope, and they used to take all the proceeds and share it with the Hospital for Sick Kids, but this year they're doing the Humber River Health Foundation and the Sick Kids Hospital, and also Dean Support Services. So when you come out, you'll be helping not one, but 3 wonderful charities. Again, it's taking place at the Paul Guffey Park Area A. It usually be at the Area B, but this one is Area A. So help us spread the word. It's at 3430 Derry Road, East in Mississauga. That's Derry and Galway. It's a Sunday, and from 12 noon to 5 p.m. Now, there will be burgers, barbecue, snacks, roast corn, hot dogs, snow cone games, door prizes, face painting, and much more. Now, you can get your tickets for $20, and you can redeem them for anything, the barbecue chicken, the burgers, or some of the other delicious goodies that they have there, pastries and all that. Want to say hello to Alima's Roti and Pastry, one of the sponsors. Also, Crescent Foods, Tim Hortons also is on there. Sheriff, Brother Sheriff Catering is on. Sheikh Halal is on there. MK Meat and West Indian Store. Want to say hello and welcome to brother and his wife. And of course, Caribbean Showtime, Shabnam Radio, we are proud media partners. And I always have to put together the song system. So looking for some volunteers, right, to help me out. And, you know, they wanted to get someone who would be able to sponsor the Bouncing Castle for the kids and the snow cone. So if you know of a snow cone person, we need to find them, and the Bouncing Castle. So if you're interested in sponsoring these items, or one of them, or part of them, please call 647-289-2629. That's 647-289-2629. That's Sheikh Imran, and his family would be able to coordinate. They are collaborating this year with Penny Appeal Canada. Penny Appeal Canada and Yusuf Day of Hope coming together to do this one, with your help, of course. We take a short break and we're coming back with Dr. Raj. This is a sex therapist doctor turned singer. And his first item we wanted to share with you on this Father's Day. A Mukesh item done his style, and we want to play it when we come back. Shahzad and Uncle Abdul enjoying each other company together with, I'm not sure if Farzan and Sham and the gang there. Of course, Uncle Abdul, the eldest brother of the Pir clan, eldest son of the Pir clan. Want to wish your uncle a happy, happy Father's Day. You're watching your Caribbean Sunshine. We'll be right back.
Sunday, August 6th, Day 3 of SOS Fest 2023 is Reviver, the Chutney Concert. From day till evening, Reviver, featuring the biggest chutney music artists and bands from across the globe, all together on one stage for the first time ever. Taking place at the historic Markham Fairgrounds, Day 3 of Summer of Soca Festival 2023 is Reviver, the Chutney Concert. Day till evening. Single day tickets and weekend passes now available. For full lineups, tickets, and info, visit www.sosfestto.com.
Farex Freight System Limited, a global leader in freight forwarding, providing trucking and warehousing services across Canada and the US of A. Farex Freight System Limited provides air and ocean freight globally. To engage our services, please email us at info@farex.com.
Friday, August 4th is Juve Night. SOS Fest presents Colors. More powder, more water. The biggest event on Toronto Carnival Friday returns to the historic Markham Fairgrounds. Day 1 of Summer of Soca Festival 2023 is Colors. Featuring the world's biggest artists and live bands on one iconic stage. Single day tickets and weekend passes now available. For full lineups, tickets, and info, visit www.sosfestto.com.
Look at people by the truck, look at people by the truck.
Hello, hello, hello indeed. Sweet music, yes indeed. Well, I want to say hello and welcome. Hi Glenn, good morning. Glenn Hudson, celebrating Father's Day with his beautiful family and of course taking some time to say hi. Out in Trinidad and Tobago, we want to welcome Dave Rodriguez. Dave is the man behind TNT Hardcore News. Nice to know that you're catching us, Dave. Happy Father's Day. Dave is out in Mayaro. Dave, you know, maybe we should try to bring you on so you could give us a little view of what's happening out in Mayaro. He's always knocking about. TNT Hardcore News, you must check it out. A really, really powerful programs or series of programs where he visits the less fortunate and share their stories. And you know, I asked Dave once, I said, Dave, what inspires you? Why you do this? He said that, you know, the rich help the rich. and this is why he was doing it. So here we go now, Dr. Raj. Well, Shahzad, I know you like Mukesh, so hope you like this one. And Dr. Raj has been on so many TV and radio station launching. I spoke to Virendra Prasad and he forwarded this one to us. He used to be the manager of JMC Triveni when it was Triveni Brass. Here we go now. Give me your thoughts, send me a WhatsApp message or text me at 416-832-7293. Let me know how you like this one. Here we go with Dr. Raj.
राम करे ऐसा हो जाए मेरी निंदिया तो ही मिल जाए मैं जागू तू सो जाए मैं जागू तू सो जाए हो राम करे ऐसा हो जाए मेरी निंदिया तो ही मिल जाए मैं जागू तू सो जाए मैं जागू तू सो जाए हो गुजर जाए सुख से तेरी दुख बड़ी रतिया बदल लूं मैं तो से यकिया गुजर जाए सुख से तेरी दुख बड़ी रतिया बदल लूं मैं तो से यकिया बस में अगर हो ये बतिया मांगू दुआए हाथ उठाए मेरी निंदिया तो ही मिल जाए मैं जागू तू सो जाए मैं जागू तू सो जाए हो स्वप्न चलाए कोई चोरी चोरी मस्त पवन गाए लोरी स्वप्न चलाए कोई चोरी चोरी मस्त पवन गाए लोरी चंद्र किरण बन के डोरी तेरे मन को झूल झुलाए मेरी निंदिया तो ही मिल जाए मैं जागू तू सो जाए मैं जागू तू सो जाए हो राम करे ऐसा हो जाए मेरी निंदिया तो ही मिल जाए मैं जागू तू सो जाए मैं जागू तू सो जाए हो
Demerara, Guyana. This exquisitely furnished two-bedroom property includes 3 Florida-style verandas, fenced, secured parking, and is equipped with 3 water tanks. Relax in the spacious yard surrounded by fruit trees and take advantage of its close proximity to Unity Beach, Mahaika Market, Chinese restaurant, and KK gas station, all just minutes away. Located just 32 kilometers from Georgetown. Contact us today to book your stay. Call 416-284-0887.
Jazz Supermarket in Brampton is the preferred place to shop for all your Caribbean grocery needs. You are guaranteed fresh fruits and vegetables as shipments arrive twice a week. Whether you're sending a barrel, money, or just need to find a certain ingredient to get that back home taste, Jazz Supermarket has it all. You can even stock up with poultry or meat from the halal meat counter, CDs, gift items, or fresh bread and pastries from the bakery. Caribbean jewelry and ready-made casual clothing now available. Come visit Jazz Supermarket, 9025 Torbram Road at the corner of Queen and Torbram in Brampton, where friendly service awaits you.
When thinking of shipping a barrel, box, or sending money back home, think of the name you can trust. Think Loparcan. Loparcan has been serving our community for over 25 years, and a significant portion of every dollar spent at Loparcan goes to work in our community, here and back home. Together, we are making a difference. For your shipping and money transfer needs, call Loparcan 416-292-4370. Loparcan, the name we can trust. Caribbean sunshine, and the sun is shining as usual. You know, we are putting the sunlight or the sunshine and spotlight things, individuals and organizations in our community. And again, we've been telling you about the use of Day of Hope. We are hoping, inshallah, that you'll be able to come out to that one. It's a great cause, and it's a time where we could meet and greet with a lot of people as another event that is not exclusive to one masjid or one community. This is open up to the entire community, and again this year they would be supporting 3 great causes. Yusuf Day of Hope used to do only the hospital for sick kids. Now they're doing Humber River Health Foundation and of course Dean Support Services. Speaking about Sheikh Imran, he's affiliated with the Tariq Islamic Center, and I've been saying for many years, I've been talking about the youth, because the masjids are becoming empty. You know, many of them building these, basketball courts and all that. Tariq had their basketball court before even they had anything else. It's a center, not a masjid, because they started off as a center, using it partly for prayer and other things. But they had put a big emphasis on sports and youth activities. They have taken it a step further. Now, I mentioned the basketball thing because some of the masjids, check what, they're putting these basketball courts, but they don't ever use them. They're getting funding from the government to put it together and to attract youths from the area, not only Muslim, but youth. So they're in partnership with the government. But you know what? When you go to basketball ring, all flip up closed, and it's converted and decorated as a banquet hall for wedding and receptions, etc. What a waste and what a con. So I like to say that when we want to engage the youth, not only Muslims, and we have the mandate to do so, we should be doing that. And anyway, that's a topic for another time. And I need to have somebody else with me to share their thoughts on it so we can discuss it at length. But coming up in a little bit, we'll be speaking to a couple of youths, and that's what I'm interested about, the youths. And there's a young sister with us here today to tell us what's happening with that event coming up at the Tariq Islamic Center. So stay with us, all right? This is Caribbean Sunshine. Now we go to Grenada. Grenada is one of the smallest islands in the Caribbean, but one of the most beautiful indeed. As you plan your next vacation, consider Grenada. Now, Air Canada is adding on some more direct flights from Canada to Grenada. So we wanted to share this one with you to help you change your mind or confirm up where you want to go. Tobago, we want to say hello to our friends watching us at the Cocoa Reef. Want to say hello to Elizabeth, and she's the manager on duty. Want to say thank you for watching and welcome. Here we go to Grenada.
Grenada, the Spice Isle of the Caribbean. At only 21 miles long, 34 kilometers by 12 miles wide, 19 kilometers in size, Grenada is the definition of tiny. But this tiny Caribbean island country is big on many things. The tri-island destination of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique is located in the Eastern Caribbean, just south of Barbados. Also known as the Spice Isle for its production of nutmeg, world-class chocolate, mace, cloves, vanilla, cinnamon, and ginger, this naturally beautiful, intriguing island also has dense, undiscovered rainforests, majestic waterfalls, gorgeous, unspoiled beaches, unforgettable dive sites, the largest shipwreck in the Caribbean, Bianca Sea, and the world's first underwater sculpture park. Add to this incredible scenic mountainous and lush interior, the Spice Isle is bound to dazzle you with untouched beauty. So, as you settle into today's video, let us show you some of the must-do adventures on one of the Caribbean's amazingly beautiful tiny islands. Welcome to Gyri Caribbean, where we explore the rich cultures of the Caribbean, the tropical adventurous Caribbean lifestyle, plus the natural beauty of the region. Please like and subscribe to our channel and click the notification bell for our future videos as we explore hidden gems throughout the Caribbean from one island to the next. The best time to visit Grenada is between January and May, which are the driest months. The island enjoys hot tropical year-round climate, tempered by cooling trade winds with an average temperature between 75 to 85 degrees Fahrenheit, and is positioned slightly south of the hurricane belt, which means it misses out on the most intense weather, with majority of the hurricanes just passing by. The island has only ever experienced 4 hurricanes. You don't need a car in Grenada, but renting one will make getting around the island much easier. There are some caveats to driving that may cause you to consider renting a car instead, taking the bus, hailing a taxi, or walking to your destination. Grenadian culture is a mixture of African, West Indian, British, and French influences, which left an indomitable influence in the folklore, dialect, music, and day-to-day way of life. African heritage is deeply rooted in Grenadian music, dance, and festivals. So, let's start in the south of the island, the capital and historic district of St. George's, which is regarded as the most picturesque capital in the Caribbean and offers a panoramic view of the island and St. George's Bay. Sailors over the century have rated the island's capital as having one of the most beautiful harbors, and it's hard to disagree. Horseshoe-shaped and set in a long dormant volcanic crater, it is a natural harbor flanked by 2 forts and encircled by colorful French colonial-style buildings. St. George's is also the home to the world-famous Grand Anse Beach and many of the island's vacation resorts. Fort Frederick. Feel the colonial conflict at Fort Frederick, with more than 250 years of history coalescing between its stony walls and cannon-ready crenellations. Fort Frederick has its feet firmly placed in the high ages of Grenada's colonial past. It is most certainly the best preserved example of European fortification on the island, still standing on the top of Richmond Hill, just a stone's throw back from the capital of St. George's. The entire citadel is also joined at the hip to the nearby bulwarks of Fort Matthew, while short guided tours offer an understanding of French and English powers that once ruled the halls here. Oh, and there are also gorgeous views of the southwestern coast to boot. Underwater Sculpture Park. A world's first and surely one of the most unique attractions on the island of Grenada is the Underwater Sculpture Park. The park depicts a somewhat haunting array of human statues and carvings from the sand-bottom seabed of Molyneux Bay. The exhibition includes life-sized human figures and still-life objects as a dedication to those who lost their lives on the slave passage and the people of the island. The site is best viewed as a diver and can easily be reached by boat out of the harbors of St. George's, but some sculptures can be seen by those snorkeling as well. Grand Anse Beach Area. Grenada's main resort area comprises of a 2-mile stretch of a white sand beach, which is one of the Caribbean's finest. Because there are strict rules about any kind of development on Grenada, which applies particularly to beaches, the beach is effectively untouched with nothing taller than a palm tree or nothing close to the water's edge, making it perfect for those lovely beach days you will crave. Grand Etan National Park and Forest Reserve. The most popular area in Grenada for hiking and trekking is undoubtedly the rainforest around the Grand Etan Forest Reserve, high up in the mountains of the island's interior. Grand Etan's varied elevations and terrains maintain several ecological subsystems, including flora such as towering mahogany and giant gramier trees, as well as multitudes of ferns, tropical flowers, and indigenous plants. The lush vegetation provides shelter for a wide variety of animals, not to mention a volcanic crater-turned lake at its center. Feel free to hike Grand Etan, which can range from an easy 15 minutes to a rigorous expedition of several hours.
Guava Nutmeg Processing Cooperative. Northwest of Grand Etan is the Guava Nutmeg Processing Cooperative, where you can get a chance to see how the island's most famous export is handled. On Guava's main road, you can literally smell the nutmeg in the air, and with good reason. The large nutmeg processing station is a vast, drafty old facility where workers sort the fragrant and tasty pots. Tours leave constantly, and though the heat needed to dry the nutmeg is almost unbearable, the insight into how the nutmeg has been harvested on the Spice Isle for centuries is amazing. River Antoine Rum Distillery. The longest continuously running distillery in the entire Caribbean region, remains one of the most fascinating attractions on the Spice Isle. Drawing both history buffs and booze lovers, it can be found between the fields of St. Patrick in the north. Today, the original distillery buildings from the 18th century are age-stage and half ruined, but the same machinery used to crush and refine the sugarcane all those years ago is still in use. From the creaking water wheel, powered by the waters of River Antoine, to the timber conveyor belts that transport the sugarcane straight from the fields.
Carriacou. If you admire the way Grenada has remained largely unspoiled, the neighboring island of Carriacou, which is a 3-hour boat trip or a 20-minute flight, should appeal even more. Characterized by its hilly terrain, sloping white sand beaches, the Grenada Island is as peaceful and naturally beautiful as one can get. With just a handful of small hotels and amazing scenery, the island is perfect for day hikes, beach lodging, and snorkeling in the crystal clear waters. There is even a decent museum in the main town, Hillsborough, flanked by local shops and restaurants. Definitely one of the hidden gems of Grenada. If you're enjoying this video, please click the like button and subscribe to our channel. To be notified of our next video, click the notification bell and let's explore and enjoy the Caribbean islands together. Oil Down is Grenada's national dish, so pop it at the top of your list for foods to try. The iconic one-pot stew is a staple for locals, featured at festivals, parties, and gatherings within the communities. The name Oil Down refers to the fact that the oil from the coconut milk used in cooking is either absorbed by the ingredients or settles to the bottom of the cooking pot. All the liquid is cooked down, hence the name Oil Down. Restaurants and nightlife. While you're on the Spice Island, you definitely need to check out what Grenada has to offer in terms of nightlife. Because the island is so small, nightlife in Grenada is much more intimate, with interactions with locals on a level nearly unmatched with the rest of the Caribbean. Grenada's Craft and Spice Market with Esther's Bar. Grenada's Craft and Spice Market is located directly behind the beach towards its northern end and is a choke-full of colorful little beach bar shacks, which is popular amongst both locals shooting the breeze and tourists. Esther's Bar is a long-standing island institution run by the friendly Esther and her son Kimani, and is usually always the busiest. The bar specializes in potent mojitos and rum punches. Esther also does fruit punches made from scratch with local produce. Dodgy Dock. This informal bar and restaurant is the focal point of the colorful True Blue Bay Resort. It is a lovely spot on the canvas-covered deck protruding out over the waters of the bay and is worth coming out for a drink and a bite to eat any night of the week. But the liveliest evenings are Tuesdays, Grenadian night, Wednesdays when the locals provide a buffet of Grenadian dishes, Fridays, Mexicaribbean night, and Saturdays, romantic night. On these evenings, there's always related live music, for example, Steel Pan on Tuesdays. So be sure to try some of the local foods like roti and lambi, conch, callaloo, saltfish, and of course, oil down, the national dish of Grenada. Prickly Bay Marina. The marina, on the western side of Lonsapines Peninsula, just beyond Lonsapines Beach, includes an open-air bar and a casual restaurant, both of which are popular with expats, tourists, and yachts. On Fridays, the liveliest night, often attracting hundreds of visitors, a steel pan band performs on an outdoor stage from around 6:30, followed by a decent rock and pop band. Bingo on Wednesdays with big cash prizes also attracts a large crowd. A quiz is held on Tuesday evenings and films are screened on Sunday evenings. Festivals and culture. Filled with amazing culture and unique attractions, Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique boast a variety of festivals all year round. Sailors travel from all over the world to experience the island sailing festivals and regattas, while others come to the Spiceman Festivals, Grenada's premier cultural event. Take a look below to see which festival suits you best. Grenada, Spicemas Carnival. The premier cultural event, Spicemas, is Grenadians' largest festival, teeming with life and activity. Climaxing during the second Monday and Tuesday in August, Spicemas is always brimming with pageantry and an expression linked to African, French, British, and Caribbean heritage. The carnival is colorful, humorous, and full of surprises. Calypsonians, steel pan orchestras, beautiful contestants, fancy mass bands, other performances, and parades spread over several weeks. These include Junior Calypso Finals, Children's Carnival Foric, the National Queen Show, the SMC Groovy Soca Monarch Finals, Juve, Pageant Monday, and a whole lot more. Be sure to check the exact dates of Spicemas when you decide to visit and live it up amongst the festivities and Jubilee. Carriacou Parang Festival. Carriacou is rich with traditional culture, and the Grenadian Carriacou Festival is an exemplification of just that. The festival includes big drum bands, quadrille dancing, Shakespeare Mass, Tombstone Feast, and the list could go on and on. Held every year in the month of December on the weekend preceding December 25th, Christmas Day, the festival attracts hundreds of visitors from across the region and is a once-in-a-lifetime festival you would not want to miss. Did you know Christopher Columbus first arrived on the island in 1498 and named it Concepcion? When the French eventually came, they changed the name to Loup Grenade or pomegranate due to the fruit trees on the island. And then when the British took over, they kept the name Grenada. So, are you ready to head to Grenada and enjoy the Spice Isle? We'd love to hear from you. Please share your thoughts on the content of this video or suggest topics you'd like to see us cover. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share our channel with others, and turn on the notification bell for our next video as we explore the Caribbean together. Visit jari.com or click the link in the description below to visit our Caribbean lifestyle and travel blog. Until next time, stay Jari, man.
Caribbean Showtime will be live every Sunday morning. Join us this Sunday for Caribbean Sunshine. shining the light on people and issues in our community from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. on all IPTV boxes, Amazon Fire Sticks, Roku, and www.caribbeanshowtime.com.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Saleh.
And my name is Ijabo.
And we're here from the Tariq Islamic Center. Go.
So we're here to talk about our upcoming summer camp, which is running from July 4th to August 10th. But before that, we wanted to introduce ourselves.
So we both grew up in the Tariq Islamic Center since we were kids, always being involved in the activities and events that were going on. Some of the events that we've had in the past years are like we've had the summer camp, which is in its 25th year of running. We've also had Friday night youth programs for as long as I can remember, Sunday school run by Sheikh Imran Ali, and many other events.
Yeah, growing up in the masjid is something that I have fond memories of as a kid, attending summer camp every year from when I was a child till now. So it's really a full circle moment being able to run the camp now for the younger kids. And we've had a lot of programs in the past few years. As Saleh mentioned, this is our 25th year of running the camp, and inshallah every year we try to make it better and better for the kids. So a little bit about myself. So I grew up here in Canada. My parents immigrated here from Somalia, and I've always been going to Tariq Masjid since I was a kid, like I mentioned. And one thing that I like about the camp is that it services children that are located in the neighborhood, which is a low-income neighborhood, and it provides them with access to Islamic learning and activities and sports, and allows them to make friends in an Islamic environment. And we have other programs as well, such as the Sunday school. We did a youth taqwa night this past Ramadan, which was really successful, alhamdulillah, and it had a lot of women come for the first time and get to meet each other. And inshallah, we plan to do more of those in the future.
Yeah, one thing that's amazing about Tariq Islamic Center is that we actually have facilities and equipment like gyms and basketball nets and soccer nets. And compared to a lot of the other masjids and Islamic centers around the GTA, that's not something that all of them have. So Tariq's really special in that sense. We get kids that are not only from the Tariq area, but that are from areas from all different kinds of masjids coming to our program just because we have these facilities, and we've been able to run things such as basketball tournaments, hockey tournaments, soccer tournaments, and just encompassing all types of activities and events and sports at the masjid. And it's something that Tariq has been very supportive of and allowing us to use their space and equipment for the past few years.
Yep, and the emphasis on sports is something that we really like, and we started with sports. And Tariq is really good at making sure that girls have access to sports and equal access to sports. So we have a lot of sisters sports programs, such as our weekly Friday night youth program for both brothers and sisters. And we play things like basketball, volleyball, badminton, all kinds of amazing sports, but we also bring that Islamic knowledge to the kids as well.
So as Ijabu previously mentioned, our summer camp is going to be starting on July 4th. And not only do we have a sports component, which is obviously a big part of the camp, but we also have Quran classes run by our resident Qari Muhammad from Libya. We have leadership activities such as public speaking, business management, resume making, all those kinds of stuff that inshallah will help kids in their futures, especially coming from a low-income neighborhoods like Tariq. We try to help the kids to elevate their skills and knowledge to the best of their abilities. And this is something that we try to integrate into the camp and have all these different types of components. And throughout the past few years that we've been involved, I think me and Najabu have been involved for the past 3 or 4 years, we've seen a lot of kids really mature and grow and become a lot more skilled and kind of break out of the shells that they were put into and they seemed that they couldn't break out of.
Yes, the summer camp is one of the highlights of our youth programs. The kids look forward to it every year, and it teaches them things like morals, manners, and how to be a good human being. And as Saleh mentioned, the leadership program is something that we're really trying to invest in this year as much as possible. So it's definitely going to be one of the highlights of the camp, inshallah. And we have a lot of qualified teachers that are going to be joining us to teach Islam to the kids and to make Islam fun and accessible for all of these children. And thinking back to myself growing up in Tariq and attending summer camp as a kid, I'm really excited for these kids and the opportunities that they will have and all the memories that they're going to make with us this summer.
Yeah, we also have a lot of field trips planned. We try to just create as many fun opportunities for the kids as we can. So last year we went to the zoo, we went to see a movie, and we actually went to Niagara Falls on a jet boat cruise. So inshallah, we have those same things planned for this year and even a bit more. It's always a great experience, you know, getting out to go with the kids and also just building a relationship. A lot of kids don't have older siblings or, you know, their parents are always around for them to build relationships and bonds. So to be able to bond and have strong relationships with them for 6 weeks is something that's very important. And, you know, it lasts past the camp. When we see each other in the masjid at times other than camp throughout the year, you know, it's the same bond, same brotherhood. And just it's good to have friends that are Muslim and role models that are Muslim. So that's something that we try to provide in our camp by taking kids of different ages. We have kids as young as 7 this year and kids as old as 15. And alhamdulillah, in the first 5 days, registration was full. And every year, registration just keeps on filling up faster and faster. The program gets better every year, alhamdulillah, and that's how it's been.
Yes, as Saleh said, and as I mentioned before, the summer camp is really the highlight every year, and the children look forward to it, and we have the same kids coming back, but we also have a lot of new faces that join us because they don't want to miss out on the fun, and the field trips are definitely also one of the highlights. We always try to make different field trips every year, and this year we have a lot of exciting ones coming up. We don't want to spoil too much, but they will be really fun. And aside from the summer camp, we have other programs coming up, inshallah, later in the year for people to look forward to, such as the Sisters Shifa Retreat Sleepover, which is when we take a group of sisters between the ages of like 10 to 17, and we take them to a camp overnight over the weekend, and we spend time together. We listen to nasheeds together, or recite nasheeds. We read Quran together. We spend time in nature, going on walks and having fun with each other. And that's really what our youth program is all about, is taking a group of children who might not know each other, or youth and teenagers, and making them brothers and making them sisters in Islam, and helping them to learn the deen and have fun in an Islamic environment. So if you haven't heard of Tariq youth programs before this, inshallah, please stay in touch with us on our Instagram, on Tariq Islamic Center, and also the Tariq Youth Program Instagram. And lastly, one thing we wanted to highlight is our 17th Annual Family Day coming up on Sunday, July 16th, from 12 o'clock to 5 o'clock, and it's honoring Yusuf's Day of Hope, which the host has been talking about prior. Tickets are available now for $20 each, and this show is one of the sponsors. So thank you for having us.
Assalamu alaikum.
You see it in the playfulness of Caribbean eyes, through the genuine happiness of our smiles. It's there in the unique way we express ourselves, in the color of our cultures, in the rich flavor of our cuisine, and in the pulse of our people. So, however far you may roam, this is home. This is Caribbean Airlines, the warmth of the islands.
So you own a business, have an event you want people to know about. You want to spread the word to as many people as possible that your product or service exists. Call AdWorks International. AdWorks is an advertising agency which utilizes professionals in radio, television, and print advertising to help you get your company's message across. Your ad will be noticed by more people more quickly. AdWorks from concept to completion will deliver an ad that works. AdWorks International. Call 416-832-7293.
Discover a stunning vacation rental in Unity Mahaika, East Coast, Demerara, Guyana. This exquisitely furnished 2-bedroom property includes 3 Florida-style verandas, fenced, secured parking, and is equipped with 3 water tanks. Relax in the spacious yard surrounded by fruit trees and take advantage of its close proximity to Unity Beach, Mahaika Market, Chinese restaurant, and KK gas station, all just minutes away. Located just 32 kilometers from Georgetown. Contact us today to book your stay. Call 416-284-0887.
Well, what a wonderful job the sister and the brother did. And of course, you know, they were under the guidance and stewardship of our brother
Arif.
Brother Arif, I'm sorry. Brother Arif, assalamu alaikum and welcome. Welcome to Caribbean Sunshine.
Walaikum salam. Thank you for having me.
I think the brother and sister did an excellent job because they walked in 3 minutes. I mic'd them up and threw them on the set. What do you think?
Yeah, they did a fantastic job. Saleh and Ijabu are 2 of our youth leaders amongst many. At the Tariq Islamic Center, we really emphasize training young people, giving them the opportunity to express themselves, to lead, to take roles, to organize, manage, and you know, they have been working on this particular program, the Summer Day Camp and Youth Leadership Program, for about 4 years now together in different capacities, and they've mentored other young people in the masjid to take on roles. And you know, this year they are the ones that are leading the program and designing it and mentoring younger people that will actually be working. So we're really proud of the way you know, the Saleh and Ijabu and others that, you know, are now senior, going on to different post-secondary positions and entering the work field, that, you know, they've come back to the community to help and participate in the growth.
How many years now?
This will be the 25th year that Tariq is doing summer camps. With you know, in the past they've done the outdoor sleepovers, and now we focus on the in-person day camp in the summer. And as Ijabu mentioned, there's a sisters retreat that takes place every October. That's again a wonderful program for young Muslim women. That's, you know, it's again, you know, in demand because young women, Muslim women in the community, they don't get these opportunities to go out or come out of their shell and even express themselves and ask questions. And we really stress the importance for them to come out, and we provide guidance, leaders, qualified, you know, Muslim women that are there to answer their questions Islamically, you know, academically, career-wise. You know, that those are, you know, the services that our Muslim community, you know, really needs, and we're trying to help to build those and give them those resources.
Well, 25 years, you must have a pattern on this camp now. At least you must know how the do's and don'ts. I was saying off camera, why it is that you don't use this model as a template and have it duplicated across the GTA? Have you have any inquiries or partners or any other masjid that is doing similar stuff?
So in fact, actually, we have worked with other Muslim communities, other groups. Tariq is a recipient of the Canada Summer Jobs Grant from the federal government. And there are many other masjids and Islamic centers in the GTA that are receive this support. And we work together with a lot of other communities to help and support each other in developing programs, training the other counselors, other camp operators. So it has been within the last 4 or 5 years under the guidance of, you know, Sheikh Imran, the executive committees and members of Tariq and other masjids, working, you know, to help other communities to build right, and focus on youth initiatives?
Because I've been myself. I remember going to a youth camp at Tucker Valley in Trinidad. And boy, a silly thing, I thought if I changed my name, I would get to stay with my cousins. I was younger then, and so my name Aziz, and they were Mohammed. I said, well, maybe if I say Mohammed too. Anyway, that wasn't the case. They broke us up and put us in different camps. And this is at Tucker Valley. It's a government facility out in the Northern Range, and serious camp. I mean, you had to walk about 10 minutes to get your breakfast, 5 o'clock in the morning. And we had some strict rules. As I was a deputy leader for Komini, one of the groups, and it was my responsibility as the leader, if anybody didn't finish their meals, we had to eat it. So there's no wastage. So you have to make sure everybody ate, because I didn't want to go eat your juta and your food, so you had to eat it. And so one of the things they used to do, and I was to be so scared, out of like 800 people, they would just point at you, and you come and lead Salah. Boy, I used to be so frightened, because in case, and we were allowed to do mischief, but don't get caught. If you did, they had a court, and they tried us publicly. But it taught me and gave me, in fact, I reverted to Islam after that. The first 3 days, I thought I wanted to escape. I wanted to get out. And when I went home, I couldn't bear to see my sisters in jeans. I started calling them Ola Jahili, and Then I became the leader of the youth camp. I went on with other masjid, and we came and we painted the mosque and started a strong youth group and other things. So I think this coming together with young people and using youths as mentors to keep them in the fold and part of Islam is a brilliant idea. Sorry that I didn't get some time to sleep over, especially the guys. We used to go in a masjid and sleep over different masjid, and that in itself, getting up for Fajr, sleeping, talking all night, But I want to say I was excited when I heard about it, but it's sad that it's only shutting off so quickly after a week. How many campers we have registered every year so far?
So the camp has grown. We've exceeded our initial take of 50 in the early, pre-COVID, 2018, we were taking 50. Now we've expanded to take 70 campers, which is the maximum amount that we can take based on size and safety, which is the number one concern. And because of the program, that's received, accolades from, parents, other community leaders. The program, for instance, this week we released the registration on Monday of this past week, and by Thursday all 70 spaces were filled, which it tells us a lot about the need in the community, one, and the fact that families are looking to Tariq, as a safe haven for their children. And going back to what you said, camp is about fun, it's about memories. I have my earliest Islamic upbringing from camps, and these kids they get that opportunity even in the day camp, and pranks happen all the time, and even as elders sometimes we have a good laugh at the creativity and the imagination that some of these young ones have. So I hope inshallah that other Muslim communities will reach out to us if they need help, and together we can work with them and other groups and have inter-masjid competitions. That's one of the things that the youth program is working on, especially for the young boys and girls. We've worked with other groups and tournaments that are Muslim, and it's a fun thing when you have Muslim kids. If you come to Tariq, and I invite you all to come to Tariq even on a Friday night, just to see the energy that the masjid has when there's young people that are there. It's a different feeling.
Well, I must attest to that, and I'm glad you mentioned that, because the Tariq Islamic Center, I don't know why we can't have it as a hangout on a Friday. Bring your coffee, sit in the lawn, have a coffee, chat with people. It's such a nice environment, and it's going to waste. So I'm glad, and if that could be something where people could come, maybe show a movie in a parking lot or like a drive-in. It's so a wonderful place. So I would like to drop in at one of these camps, so please let me know so we could come and take our cameras and see what's going on with some of the children. It's a pleasure indeed having you here. I could go on longer talking to you. I want to congratulate the young brother and sister. And there was another sister in the background who was directing the whole thing. We need to get her out here also. So I'm giving an invitation so that you guys could come back, start your own program. And again, friends, this is what we are set up for, community. So if you too have a community group and would like to get a half-hour program on this, and I tell you, those kids could do a half-hour easy. So the invitation has been extended. We'll wait and see. Once again, thank you and keep up the good work, my brother.
Thank you. Thank you very much for having us. Assalamu alaikum.
Well, friends, there you have it. When we come back, we have some more. We have Tony Maroney about the film festival. He did an interview with Mr. Caruso, Frank Caruso, a filmmaker, a director, a producer. That will be coming up. But for now, again, we want to say to Brother Arif and all the fathers watching, Happy Father's Day.
So you own a business, have an event you want people to know about. You want to spread the word to as many people as possible that your product or service exists. Call AdWorks International. AdWorks is an advertising agency which utilizes professionals in radio, television, and print advertising to help you get your company's message across. Your ad will be noticed by more people more quickly. AdWorks from concept to completion will deliver an ad that works. AdWorks International. Call 416-832-7293.
Jazz Supermarket in Brampton is the preferred place to shop for all your Caribbean grocery needs. You are guaranteed fresh fruits and vegetables as shipments arrive twice a week. Whether you're sending a barrel, money, or just need to find a certain ingredient to get that back home taste, Jazz Supermarket has it all. You can even stock up with poultry or meat from the halal meat counter, CDs, gift items, or fresh bread and pastries from the bakery. Caribbean jewelry and ready-made casual clothing now available. Come visit Jazz Supermarket, 9025 Torbram Road at the corner of Queen and Torbram in Brampton, where friendly service awaits you.
When thinking of shipping a barrel, box, or sending money back home, think of the name you can trust. Think Laparcan. Laparcan has been serving our community for over 25 years, and a significant portion of every dollar spent at Laparcan goes to work in our community, here and back home. Together, we are making a difference. For your shipping and money transfer needs, call Laparcan 416-292-4370. Laparcan, the name we can trust.
Hey, here we are. We're back. Just actually a minister up in her town in Anacocan.
No.
Anyways, we had an interview with Frank Caruso.
You hearing it or no?
Fantastic filmmaker. He's done over 12 films. His latest film he filmed out in Edmonton in November. 20 below on the average. I can't believe I would have never done that. What a fantastic filmmaker. I got to film some scenes here in Toronto that they didn't get finished out there. But Eric Roberts is one of the main actors. That's Julia Roberts' brother. Fantastic actor. But anyways, so here we go with Frank Caruso. We managed to get him at his house with all his movie posters there. Frank? Where's Frank? Oh, are we? We're still on? Hi, Frank. We're running a little late.
So you own a business, have an event you want people to know about. You want to spread the word to as many people as possible that your product or service exists. Call AdWorks International. AdWorks is an advertising agency which utilizes professionals in radio, television, and print advertising to help you get your company's message across. Your ad will be noticed by more people more quickly. AdWorks from concept to completion will deliver an ad that works. AdWorks International. Call 416-832-7293.
Jazz Supermarket in Brampton is the preferred place to shop for all your Caribbean grocery needs. You are guaranteed fresh fruits and vegetables as shipments arrive twice a week. Whether you're sending a barrel, money, or just need to find a certain ingredient to get that back home taste, Jazz Supermarket has it all. You can even stock up with poultry or meat from the halal meat counter, CDs, gift items, or fresh bread and pastries from the bakery. Caribbean jewelry and ready-made casual clothing now available. Come visit Jazz Supermarket, 9025 Torbram Road at the corner of Queen and Torbram in Brampton, where friendly service awaits you.
Twilight Family Restaurant and Bar is Scarborough's largest West Indian family restaurant. Come and sample our delicious appetizers like our chicken wings, black pudding, and spicy shrimp. Great entrees such as chili chicken and Twilight Spicy Chicken. Give us a call at 416-754-6894. Twilight Restaurant and Bar, serving the best in Guyanese Chinese cuisine for the past 8 years.
Sunday, August 6th, Day 3 of SOS Fest 2023 is Reviver, the Chutney Concert. From day till evening, Reviver, featuring the biggest chutney music artists and bands from across the globe, all together on one stage for the first time ever. Taking place at the historic Markham Fairgrounds, Day 3 of Summer of Soca Festival 2023 is Reviver, the Chutney Concert. Day till evening. Single day tickets and weekend passes now available. For full lineups, tickets, and info, visit www.sosfestto.com.
Varex Freight System Limited, a global leader in freight forwarding, providing trucking and warehousing services across Canada and the US of A. Varex Freight System Limited provides air and ocean freight globally. To engage our services, please email us at info@varex.com.
Friday, August 4th is Juve Night. SOS Fest presents Colors. More powder, more water. The biggest event on Toronto Carnival Friday returns to the historic Markham Fairgrounds. Day 1 of Summer of Soca Festival 2023 is Colors. Featuring the world's biggest artists and live bands on one iconic stage. Single day tickets and weekend passes now available. For full lineups, tickets, and info, visit www.sosfestto.com.
Look at people by the truck, by the truck. Look at people by the truck.
Hi everyone, my name is Frank Caruso. I'm a writer, director, and film producer. I also do photography. I just love the arts in general. I've produced 12 feature films, 8 of which are my own, and the others I produce for other people. And I've been doing this since 1990. It's a long time. Prior to that, I had a theater company, and I produced 45 stage plays and directed 27 of them. It's a wonderful experience being in the arts. Prior to that, I was involved in music to a very small extent, but also promoter. I promoted some concerts, Gordon Lightfoot concert. I had some terrific bands I promoted too, one of them being Edward Bear, which we're doing a documentary about, a Canadian band that was quite famous in the late 60s and early 70s. They had a lot of hits in the North American hit parade back then. So we're in post-production with that right now, and we're looking forward to getting that out there. But a little bit about my movies. Well, first of all, I'm going to say as a writer, which is probably my most famous, not famous, I should say, my most favorite thing to do. I love writing. That's because it doesn't cost anything to write. I don't have anybody hanging over me, yelling orders at me, and I can just do it in my own time, anytime I please. Sometimes 3 o'clock in the morning, I get excited about a certain idea I have, and I'll just get up and start writing. So that's fun. I think to me that's the most fun part. I have written or co-written 24 screenplays. That's a lot of writing. Some of them original, some of them based on novels. And one of my favorites is Final Dance, which is actually based on a stage play that I saw. One of my former acting students was in it, and that's probably one of my favorite movies because it's beautifully acted, beautifully done. I'm very proud of it. And Final Dance, you can see it right over here. And it's a wonderful story about a 19-year-old dance student who falls in love with an older man, 38, 39-year-old older man, but he's a very classy gentleman, and he never, ever touches her, and much to her dismay. And it's kind of a bittersweet love story, and it's available on, you can watch it on YouTube. You just punch in Final Dance movie, and it comes up free of charge. But in some of my other movies, I mean, very diverse as a director and a producer. I love to do, well, let's put it this way, I never like to do the same thing twice, okay? So I did an art film, an action film, romance. My very first film was No Angel, which I made in 1990. Never went to film school, but I woke up one morning and decided to make a movie, and that's it. And it aired on A&E, and it was on at the Montreal International Film Festival in 1992. And sold to about 24 countries, so I'm very proud. I'm proud of all my movies, but obviously for different reasons. Club Utopia is my comedy, the only comedy I've ever done, which is kind of strange because I actually come from a comedy background in theater. Most of my productions were comedies because that's what people want to see. But that's the only one I've done. But comedy is very dangerous because not everybody gets it. Some people laugh and other people scratch their heads and wonder why somebody else is laughing. Comedy doesn't translate well internationally. I mean, what's funny, even in North America, what's funny in New York may not necessarily be funny in San Francisco, and vice versa. It's, that's just the way it is. But drama is my thing. I love drama. I did a police drama called Bitter Circle, and it featured Genie Award winner John Wildman. He won Best Actor Award back, I think it was 1986, for a movie called My American Cousin. Terrific little movie, very different, kind of a mix of drama and art film, very interesting mix. And over here, Tough Love, based on true events. It's a story of a Vietnamese immigrant who came to Canada to find fame and fortune, but because of her accent, she didn't get much work, and but she became one of the biggest drug dealers in Canada in her time. Very interesting movie. And Love Letters Trilogy is a romantic drama. It touches on the erotic side, kind of in some ways years ahead of its time. And I really enjoyed making that movie. And action film, pure action film called Risk Factor, where I had 2 top martial artists in the film, Jalal Merhi and Lauren Avedon. And in their day, they were ranked very, very high in the martial arts world. So I've done a bit of everything, and Nightcrawlers is I did that as a pilot for a potential TV series, and I'm hoping to get that off the ground at some point. And I directed an award-winning documentary called The Unknown Celebrities. That was about the whole idea was to turn it into a series, which I had no part of because I was just a hired director, but very proud of that one. And what else? Did I miss anything? I think I've covered them all. Club Utopia, No Angel, Final Dance, and my latest movie, which was shot in Edmonton, Alberta, which happens to be the 4th coldest city in the world. We shot it last November, minus 27 degrees. Very, very cold. And it was never intended to be shot in the winter, but November in Edmonton is winter. Okay, very, very cold. And that movie featured Eric Roberts and a really terrific cast, and it should be ready for distribution this coming summer, the summer of 2023. So I'm looking forward to having that one ready to go. I don't have a poster done for that one yet, but I will soon. So there we have it. It covers all my movies, and of course I didn't direct, but I produced for other other companies, and a good deal of them. Most of these movies you can find online. Even my older movies are available online. Sometimes it just takes a bit of a search, but well, there we go. Thank you.
Frank Caruso, a very good friend of mine, his fiancée, Angela Johnson. Hello, Angela. I know you're watching. They're both watching right now, but just want to say hi to them, and thanks, Frank, for the interview. We actually have a longer interview with them. We might put it on later on another show. But Frank's a fantastic filmmaker. I love working with him, and
well, Tony keeps saying we have to put it on a longer show. That longer show is the Tony Maroney Show. This is just a segment we do on the beat with Tony Maroney. And Tony has worked with many great producers, actors, musicians. So those of you who have an event coming up in the community and would like Tony to drop by with his camera. By the way, we have the jazz, down at Woodbine on the beaches. There's the Beaches Jazz Festival coming up also.
Yeah, we did an interview with one of the girls on the main stage who's from Trinidad. She'll be performing at the Jazz Festival. It's in July sometime, but definitely looking forward to that. And maybe we'll bring another piece of, which actually she was just performing at the Italian Taste of Little Italy on College Street, which is still going on right now. Stages all over the street there. So there's a lot of festivals this summer. You've got to get out there.
Indeed. Well, we have a few minutes left, and we want to say again, this is our Father's Day special. So Frank, happy Father's Day. And to all our fathers watching, hope you're taking it easy, kicking back. We want to go now to a Father's Day selection we have lined up for you. And by the way, if you haven't heard me talk about Akua. Akua is our director, and he's producing the show out of Trinidad and Tobago currently. So, we're communicating. And again, our friends from the Tariq Islamic Center, they were on earlier talking about the summer youth camp, all filled up, booked up already. The Yusuf Day of Hope is coming up, and that is taking place at the Paul Guffey Park, and it's on the 16th of July. So please make an effort, $20 a ticket, and all proceeds will be going to the Sick Kids Hospital, Humber River Health Foundation, and Dean Support Services. This is put on in collaboration with Penny Appeal Canada and Yusuf Day of Hope. It's on the 17th annual, and it's taking place on the 16th at the Paul Guffey Park Area A. Well, let's go now to this Father's Day item as we extend to all dads watching a happy Father's Day.
Before me creep and know for walk, teach me a few words when me no know for talk. Could I explain myself, me just know for ball. You there beside me throughout this all. So me have to salute your daddy. You show me what a father is. You never left. When the belly of my mother big. When you a plan, you think about my future too. When Enough now of you, them talk about the good things, them would I do. But you see when the child born, him never take his bicycle ride gone. For me no see him again. Him know about school and all me teacher them. I say my respect goes out to the real father them. You see everything I did for me. One heap of thanks me give daddy. Yeah. My respect goes out to the real father them. You see everything I did for me. One heap of thanks me give daddy. And every Christmas and every birthday, still I get a gift when it's the worst day. I remember seeing pictures of my first day. I call me winner even when I'm not the first place. You teach me for count and it's easy for doubt. You believe in me, you really support. You tell me sky is the limit. You tell me reach for the clouds. I say my respect goes out to the real father them. You see everything I did for me. One heap of thanks me give daddy. Yeah. My respect goes out to the real father them. I see everything I did for me. One heap of thanks me give daddy. How the daughter for born, father quit. Years that she sick, now visit. Years after she get a scholarship. The thing you never know, I come at this. That's my girl, you're proud for say. The sound she stay, that was the only way. Her life never sweet, like honey from no hive. Enough no know how them youth survive. I say my respect goes out to the real father them. I see everything I did for me. One heap of thanks me give daddy. My respect goes out to the real father them. I see everything I did for me. One heap of thanks me give daddy. Before me creep and know for walk, teach me a few words and me no know for talk. Could I explain myself, me just know for ball. You there beside me throughout this all. So me have to salute your daddy. You show me what a father is. You never left when the belly of my mother big.
So if I take it for granted, don't you promise from today I go jump like I never jump, wave like I never wave, wine like I never wine before, just to show you a sorrow, and I need you back in my life. Look at people by the truck, emotions running high, we end up in the sky, tears running down we high. Can't you tell that we sorrow, and we need you back in we life. I need my jump back home.
So you own a business, have an event you want people to know about. You want to spread the word to as many people as possible that your product or service exists. Call AdWorks International. AdWorks is an advertising agency which utilizes professionals in radio, television, and print advertising to help you get your company's message across. Your ad will be noticed by more people, more quickly. AdWorks from concept to completion will deliver an ad that works. AdWorks International. Call 416-832-7293.
Jazz Supermarket in Brampton is the preferred place to shop for all your Caribbean grocery needs. You're guaranteed fresh fruits and vegetables as shipments arrive twice a week. Whether you're sending a barrel, money, or just need to find a certain ingredient to get that back home taste, Jazz Supermarket has it all. You can even stock up with poultry or meat from the halal meat counter, CDs, gift items, or fresh bread and pastries from the bakery. Caribbean jewelry and ready-made casual clothing now available. Come visit Jazz Supermarket, 9025 Torbram Road at the corner of Queen and Torbram in Brampton, where friendly service awaits you.
Twilight Family Restaurant and Bar is Scarborough's largest West Indian family restaurant. Come and sample our delicious appetizers like our chicken wings, black pudding, and spicy shrimp. Great entrees such as chili chicken and Twilight spicy chicken. Give us a call at 416-754-6894. Twilight Restaurant and Bar, serving the best in Guyanese Chinese cuisine for the past 8 years.
Friends, you know, we are here every Sunday, 11 to 1, and it's a live show, so we would love to hear from you. Those of you who'd like to call us, we can be reached at 416-848-7772, 416-848-7772. And we're here live. we could put you on the phone and chat with you, say hi to your father, etc. So we have some Father's Day greetings going on right now. To Shazad, happy Father's Day is going out to you. Shazad from Diane and of course Sarah and Aliyah. Aleem, Mustafa, happy Father's Day greetings going out to you from your kids. Well, Amir, Anwar, Ayana, of course the grandkids and all of them. Not forgetting Mala. And Genghis Khan, your son wanted to send out happy Father's Day greetings to you. And also Brother Faruqi Baksh. Your kids, especially the grandkids, want to know, Papa, we love you. Happy Father's Day. Please, we have a few minutes left. Feel free to give us a call, 416-848-7772. Now, Marshall Montano is coming with some of the biggest names in chutney and soca. We have Ravi B and others at the Coca-Cola Coliseum. This is the first time, Tony, such a Caribbean concert is being held at this prestigious event venue, the Coca-Cola Coliseum, and that's happening on the 3rd. A couple weeks left, of course, it's a long weekend. Speaking about long weekend, we will be marking our 3rd anniversary on this station coming up on the 3rd. And that just went by because we started in the midst of COVID, and while working and putting things together, you can't believe time went by so quickly, our 3rd anniversary. And we launched on, our first official broadcast was on Canada Day. So happy birthday coming up for CSTV. To the new viewers watching, thank you. And those of you watching us on YouTube and Facebook, we ask you could help us spread the word that we are here every Saturday from 11 to 1. Coming up at 1 o'clock, we have a Hindi film. So we'll be signing off from Facebook and YouTube. But of course, we continue at www.caribbeanshowtime.com. And of course, on all IPTV boxes, you scroll down to Caribbean and run over to Caribbean Showtime. Some of you wouldn't find us under Caribbean. Some boxes have us listed under Jamaica/Africa. So you could find us there also. So here we go now with one of the acts that will be performing alongside Marshall Montano, Voice, and Ravi B. Some big names, I'll tell you, is coming. Here is Vakadi Singh out of Guyana. Get your tickets, they're on the website right now. Here is Vakadi Singh on your Sunshine, Caribbean Sunshine.
Vakadi. You don't know what you have until it's gone. You don't know what you have until it's gone. Now you're up and gone away, baby. Didn't wanna stay, baby. I wasn't the play, baby. I just want you here, baby. Where you really want me to. Should I know my love for you is true? Girl, you been telling me that you're never gonna leave. Girl, you been telling me that you're never gonna leave. Girl, you been telling me that you're never gonna leave. Girl, you been telling me that you're never gonna leave. That they feeling you inside, girl, don't believe. They go try everything to make we unhappy. When you listen to the lies that they feeling you inside, girl, don't believe. They go try everything to make we unhappy. Oh, jealous people, want we only end up in fight. Girl, they wanna fool you, saying I ain't doing you right. Got up of me, girl, you know the truth. Girl, you been telling me that you're never gonna leave. Girl, you been telling me that you're never gonna leave. Girl, you been telling me that you're never gonna leave. Girl, you been telling me that so kind, girl, follow your mind, girl, follow your heart. They go try everything, girl, to drive we apart. Oh, jealous people want we only end up in fight. Girl, they wanna fool you, saying I ain't doing you right. Got up of me, girl, you know the truth. Girl, you been telling me that you're never gonna leave. Girl, you been telling me that you're never gonna leave. Girl, you been telling me that you're never gonna leave. Girl, you been telling me that you're never gonna leave.
Well, we are back indeed, and want to say we got a call. I just asked the person to stay on hold, and hi, and welcome to Caribbean Sunshine. And you're the first caller we had for the day on this program. How are you, and where are you calling from?
Wow. Well, I'm calling from Toronto, but I'm visiting from the Thunder Bay area of Ontario.
Wow.
And
well,
I just have to say, I was watching your show today because you had Tony Maroney on there, and he's going to be doing a little video shoot for me later this week. But I just want to say how impressed I am with the people of Guyana, how they're helping each other, how they honor God, and the gratitude of the people and the people who are giving and the people who are receiving. That is wonderful to see. But even more so today, because this is Father's Day.
Yes.
And the greatest father of all fathers is God, the father of all of us, his children equally under him, and how wonderful a father he is. I didn't grow up with a good father, so I write about some of that in some of my music. I'm a Christian artist from Canada, Jacqueline Lovely Paris. I should introduce myself.
Jacqueline,
I was just so excited.
When I hear you just talking about your father not growing up with a good father, that reminds me of televangelist Joyce Myers. And she speaks so much about her experience with her dad. And she was very open about her abuse and whatnot, but she found it in her heart to forgive. And she speaks openly about it in forgiving. Yeah. And she's in a better place.
On my website, which I'll give to you to give to your people right now. But you can listen to some of the songs. One of the songs I wrote called "Daddy" talks about the abuse, not in a graphic way that is gross for people to listen to, but just honestly talks about what happened. But it also is a song about forgiveness, where I talk about loving my father and forgiving him at the end of the song, just like Jesus did. As Christians, if we're not forgiving people around us, what are we doing? It's love. It's the love that he gives us that we give to others. And it's bringing the kingdom come here to the earth today. When they said, make earth a heaven on earth, they weren't kidding when they said that. But heaven on earth happens when all of us work together and realize that our differences is not what separates us. What joins us together is being children of a heavenly loving God. And on today, Father's Day, what a wonderful day just to honor a great Father in heaven. It doesn't matter who your dad was here on earth. My father was abusive, and that was my adoptive family, but my natural family wasn't even very different than that. I came here to have this experience, but I believe the experience for me was to go through some hard times, but to see that the Father's love is always, and that the power of forgiveness is healing the forgiver. By offering forgiveness to those who hurt me, or those who, gossip about me or say things about me that are not nice, it's like with everyone. If you forgive them and move on, you've truly let that go. And we honor our Father and God in heaven every day by forgiving others and offering kindness and love in everything we do. And I was just so surprised. I had no idea when I tuned into your show today that there was such a Christian presence on your show.
Well, we started off with a prayer. I don't know if you saw that, a prayer for fathers.
I missed that part,
at the very top of the program. So,
wonderful.
Jacqueline, I would like to say, it would have been nice if we had this in advance. We could have easily bring you on so people would hear your voice and match that voice to your beautiful face that Tony was
Well,
telling me. So
I definitely, I have a
next time-
testimony of the living God that burns inside me like a fire. And,
Well, I'm glad you were able
I'd
to
be
share with us.
happy to come on the show and share my testimony with you at any time. And some of my music that's coming. All of my music is all about my journey in Christianity, about growing up in the rough, the rough home environment and what came after that, and about embracing the world as I see it through the love of God and through forgiveness and just being kind to others and seeing how much that changes. It doesn't matter what you experience in childhood, or how abused you were, or what war-torn situation you came from, or what horrors you had. God loves all of us equally, no matter what we experience. And if we take what we experience and we bring that into the world with love, we can help other people by paying forward our healing and our love for God, and to heal others who maybe didn't grow up in fortunate circumstances with honorable parents.
Jacqueline?
But it is about honoring. That is wonderful.
And thank you very much. I have to cut it here, but I would be happy if we could make arrangements so that we could share some of your videos. And next
I would
time,
love
I'm
that.
sure for next week, maybe we can make arrangement where we could bring you on and via telephone, and I'm sure you have something you can contribute that others could enjoy and benefit from. So thank you very, very much. Have yourself a
Thank
great
you so
weekend.
much. Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there and the fathers-to-be. Got a little bump in the mummy's tummy right now.
Yeah.
You're still a father. Creation happens at the point
Right.
of conception. So
But thank you very much,
welcome
Jacqueline.
to all the new fathers, too. Have a great day, everyone.
Bye-bye. That's Jacqueline, and she would be doing a video. So, Tony, you just recently also had, in our studios, we had a young lady. Tell us a little bit about, I know she was from the band with Tony, Bonnie M.
Boney M.
Boney M, I'm
She
sorry.
was in the band Boney M. She made them do this song called Rivers of Babylon, which was done originally written by some Jamaican artists, and they did a remake of it, which made Boney M really, really famous. So now she's just done her latest version of that song, which
And this is a girl who introduced it to the band Boney M.
introduced that song to Boney M. She was in Boney M.
And what's her name?
Claudia Berry. You probably know her from the 70s. She had a hit, international hit, Boogie Woogie Dance and Shoes. Everybody I know grew up on that song. So, yeah, so she's a
So she was here in our studios. We were shooting a musical video. Tony would have a sit-down interview when she come back from Jamaica, and she's doing her version of Rivers of Babylon. And again, she was the one who introduced it to Boney M. So that's coming up. So stay tuned. We have lots to share with you. Right now, however, is where we'd have to say our goodbyes. Again, that Marshall Montano show coming up on the 3rd of July. And I thought it would be fitting we end with Marshall Montano, Like a Boss. Well, to all the fathers, you are indeed bosses. Have yourself a great day and enjoy your Father's Day and take it easy. For those of you watching us for the first time, and to Jacqueline, thank you very much, and to Frank Caruso and others who's watching, I hope you would spread the word about us. We are on every Sunday morning right here from 11 to 1. Hope you could catch us another time. Until next week, Tony.
Yeah, happy Father's Day, and we'll see. And happy Father's Day, Dad. I know you're watching. So.
Mr. Maroney, happy Father's Day to you. You know, Mr. Maroney is still taking care of him, bringing him orange juice while he's in bed still. Well, he loves you. He speaks so much about you, sir. Have yourself a great day, and thank you. Until next time, bye-bye for now, and may God continue to bless us all. Take care. Here's Marshall Montano, Like a Boss.
Yeah, General Boss to headquarters. Come back.
Copy, General Boss.
Yeah, Commander, please tell the drum major to have the troops in place and ready for parade. I'm on my way. Over and out.
Yes, sir. Copy that.
Look, trouble our beds are